Welcome to my podcast. Today I'm talking about starting a new YouTube channel this year. But before we get into it, remember that I'm a doing channel, encouraging you to go out and do the things. Success in social media comes from doing. So after this podcast video, take a few minutes to practice what I'm telling you to do. I'll keep these videos and podcasts short so that you have time to practice each suggestion a couple of times before moving on to the next video. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. If I was to start a YouTube channel this year, what would I need to know? When my girlfriend and I first started talking about making a YouTube channel, a friend had been posting content for a couple of years, and they were telling us that we should do it. But we knew nothing about it, so didn't. 2 years later, we jumped into it, eyes wide shut. And our only regret is that we didn't start it when we were first told to do it. We have heard from a few content creators that their biggest regret is they didn't start earlier. Now is the time to start. Here's what we've learned as new YouTubers that I think will help you get started. 1, you'll want to be very specific about what you want to make in those videos. In other words, niche down as far as you can go at first. You can expand and add to the niche later, but I'll talk about that in a minute. Niching down will help the YouTube algorithm find a very specific audience. By doing this, these specific people who are already interested in what you're talking about will get notifications about what you're talking about. The more they see your thumbnails, the more likely they will watch your videos. Because your specific audience is already interested in your content, they will have specific questions about the subject you're talking about. So the next thing you need to do is plan to ask specific questions. These will be things that you've already had to do the research on and already have the knowledge to answer. Eventually, you'll have to do more research while making more videos later on in the YouTube growth process. But for a beginner on YouTube, talk about what you know about. Answering specific questions is proven to be one of the fastest ways to get attention on your channel. So be very specific for each video. You'll want to put out as many videos as possible as quickly as possible. Very few new content creators blow up to become successful in their very first video. The algorithm doesn't care how charismatic you are or how good at making videos and writing stories you are. It cares about what the audience wants to watch, and you haven't proven that people want to watch you. The more videos you make, the more your audience can watch, and the more the algorithm can promote you. Unless you can make the perfect video the first time and people want to watch it all the way through and share with their friends, don't hold your breath on overnight success. But that's a good thing. Real success is a process and takes time. You can ask any business owner, they'll tell you it's a process. Take your time to grow. You'll learn more as you make more videos. You just have to start making those videos and posting them for people to watch. It also helps to be able to look back in a year or 10 to see your first videos and see that personal and professional growth. Being able to look back helps motivate you to keep going. Never delete old videos. If you want to remake it, great. I encourage you to do that. Just remember, change the visibility to private of the old video so you can always reference it. You need to be the most qualified person on the subject you want to make videos about. Do the research. Don't be afraid to ask questions online before you make the video. Make videos about what you love the most. It doesn't matter what the subject is. People will be curious and want to know more. Even if that subject is you, think about it. There's something about your life that people ask about. So answer those questions in a video. Are you fascinated by mushrooms? That's a great topic lots of people want to know about, especially people who eat mushrooms, which is most of us. Like playing video games, very popular subject. Make those videos. But remember, on this subject, there are a lot of people that make videos of themselves playing video games. So you've got to get attention and stand out. What do you do that's different? Which takes us to the next point. Do something that makes you stand out. There are a lot of people on YouTube right now making videos about a lot of different subjects. Sometimes those subjects overlap. To grow on YouTube, you've either got to be first, be the best, or stand out. And standing out in a way that no one else does, which is really being the first and the best. I recently received a comment on one of my videos saying that it's impossible to grow on YouTube right now. And I'm saying it's not. You just have to follow the steps. Be the first in a new subject. Be the best in that subject, or stand out in a way that nobody else does. Next, you really need to do it and keep doing it. Most people who start a channel quit. They make one or two and get frustrated because they didn't blow up or they receive negative comments and they didn't become millionaires right away. Newsflash, none of the most popular YouTubers did it overnight. It's taken years to get to where they're at, and most of them wanted to quit at some point. But when you're doing what you love, you shouldn't be about making millions. It should be about doing what you love to do and sharing that with others. You might not start making money on YouTube until long after you've already made 100 videos. In fact, Mr. Beast, one of the most popular YouTubers, will tell you don't expect anything until at least 100 videos. Watch what others are doing and repeat that success. Earlier, I mentioned how other YouTubers make similar videos, so go watch them and see what they did successfully. Also, pay attention to what they did that wasn't successful. Can you replicate their success and improve on their failure? Do it. Learn from those that have gone before you. Next, you got to trust the process. There's a reason people talk about beating the YouTube algorithm. You see them all the time, but it's not your enemy. In fact, it's a tool, just like a hammer to hammer nails into a board. It does something specifically that it was designed to do, and that thing is keep an audience enthralled and entertained. People watch videos repeatedly because they like what they see. When the YouTube machine recognizes a video that people watch all the way through, it shares that video more. That's how some videos blow up. However, when you're new to the content creation process, you're going to need practice and time to improve yourself. Finally, practice and repeat. You're not going to start off right away making videos with these tips in mind, so my recommendation is you need to practice. Get used to thinking about these things to make better videos, and eventually it will become a natural flow of your creation process. That also goes for every aspect of content creation. This leads me to tell you to go out and do. Click in the link in the description to find my website that has this list already on it. Then go out to make those videos and share your passions. I'm Eddie, and I want you to be a YouTube success, so go out there and do it.